dramatic and rugged Ogwen Valley lies to the south of Bangor. It is bordered one side by the Glitterai mountain range and on the other by the Carneddau. The River Ogwen flows through it, separating the two mountain ranges. The valley was historically dependent on the roofing slate industry, and it suffered from its decline in the 1960s onwards. The only other significant source of unemployment was, and still is, mountain sheep farming. Looking down from the Ogwen Falls, you can see the spectacular Nant Francon, a classic U-shaped valley carved out by glaciers in the Ice Age. The area is world-renowned for geological and glacial features, and also famous for its climbing and walking routes. The Ogwen Valley, as a result of being bordered on all sides by mountainous regions, is home to many hill walkers, climbers and campers. This level of recreational activity can at times result in people getting into trouble on the hills, and to address this problem the Ogwen Valley Mountain Rescue Organisation was set up. Llyn Ogwen is an extremely shallow lake with a depth of only 3 metres and around a couple of kilometres long. It lies at a height of 310 metres above sea level, and the lake is the source of the River Ogwen. The dramatic Trevan is part of the Glitterai group and is one of the most famous and recognisable peaks in Britain, having a classic pointed shape with rugged crags. It is 917.5 metres high above sea level and is the 15th highest mountain in Wales. Trevan has long been revered among climbers and mountaineers, and in 1907 the famous British climber and explorer George Mallory made his first 2 British rock climbs on Trevan, and noted that Trevan gave several rewarding pitches of exposed climbing with magnificent views and a long drop. Mallory attempted to climb Mount Everest in 1924 and sadly died just 245 metres below the summit along with his climbing partner. The Everest connection was strengthened further when Trevan was used as a training ground for Sir Edmund Hillary and his team. Sir Edmund and Sherpa Tenzing were the first people to successfully climb Everest. As the air climbs into the cooler, lower pressure region above the mountains, the temperature of the air may drop below the dew point, so water in the air condenses to form a cloud. Then when the air heats back up as it descends the other side of the mountain, these cloud droplets evaporate back into the air.
Purchase your tracks today.
A5 London to Holyhead Trunk Road cuts right through the Ogwen Valley. It runs for 275 miles. Dolbaddarn Castle is a fortification built by the Welsh prince Llywelyn the Great during the early 13th century at the base of the Llanberis Pass. The castle was important both militarily and as a symbol of Llywelyn's power and authority. The castle features a large stone keep, which is considered a fine example of a Welsh round tower. The castle was used as a manor house for some years before falling into ruin, and in the 18th and 19th century it was a popular destination for painters interested in sublime and picturesque landscape, and is now protected as a Grade 1 listed building. At its height, the Dinorwic Slate Quarry was the second largest quarry in the world, only second to the one in neighbouring Penrhyn. It covered more than 2.8 kilometres square, consisting of two main quarry sections with 20 galleries in each and a number of ancillary workings. Extensive internal tramway systems connected the quarries using inclines to transport slate between galleries. At its peak in the late 19th century, it was producing an annual outcome of 100,000 tonnes. It employed more than 3,000 men. The quarry closed in July 1969, the result of industry decline and difficult slate removal. The Llanberis Pass lies between the mountain massifs of Snowdon and the Glyderau. The summit of the pass is 359 metres above sea level and is the site of the Penna Pass Hotel, now a youth hostel. Nobody knows for sure why this path is called the Pig Track. It's possible that it was named after the pass it leads through, Bwlch y Moch, translated as Pig's Pass. Old ruins of buildings still remain from the copper mining days of the past.
Purchase your tracks today.
Llynllidor, at 440 metres above sea level, lies in Cwm Dwli, Snowdon's eastern Cwm, and is one of Snowdonia's deepest lakes, up to 58 metres deep. Snowdon is the highest mountain in Wales at an elevation of 1,085 metres above sea level, and the highest point in the British Isles outside the Scottish Highlands. It is the busiest mountain in the United Kingdom and the third most visited attraction in Wales, with 582,000 people visiting annually